Well, hi and welcome to another Pat training video. Now this one, as you know, is going to be early on in your training course. The reason for this is because it lays out a structure going forward. If you follow this structure, you are going to have a very pleasant outcome, and it's not as difficult as you think to follow this structure on a physical, mental level, let's say. But once you get into it, you'll see it does throw up a few issues, but they're the issues that we want to nail and deal with early on. So the trading journal, what is it? Well, I've got a copy here in the desk in front of me. We're going to go to an overhead camera now and have a look at it, and we're going to go through it and explain it and see what's all involved. Okay, now I hasten to add, I produced this training journal as a book, but if you don't want to use this, you can use a plain sheet of paper as long as you have the concepts on there that we will go through in this book. Now you'll notice straight off that we've got on here, down the bottom here, we've got PPMSF, and that stands for psychology, physiology, the method, the strategy, and the financial side of things. Those things together are going to be what's entered into this trading journal, and this will carry you forward to trading success. So let's just open up and start to have a look. So you can get your name into here. And like I say, this is just, I'm going through this now. You can create this on a sheet of paper if you want. You don't have to go and buy this, but there is a link. You'll find a link to go and buy it. I suggest you do. It's great value, it really is. Okay, so I won't go through this bit here because that's a journal overview, and I'm going to cover that in the video here. But I will talk about just how to use the journal. So even if you don't buy a copy of this book, you have this as well. Now, the method involves recording all aspects of each trade by following the guided layout on each page. And the journal structure, it will basically alert you if you're not prepared for your next trade. And this one aspect alone will ensure that you do not open low quality trades. Very important, this. Now once you pass the first stage, you're given the green light literally, you can proceed into a trade. Once you're in that trade, all information regarding that trade is entered on a single page. Okay, so the structure of the journal. So the trading journal is laid out in blocks of 11 pages. The first 10 pages of each block, and we'll look at these in a moment, are for recording all aspects of your most recent 10 trades. On these first 10 pages of each block, you will be recording your physiological responses, your psychological responses, your physiological responses, the indicators triggered that you were looking for, and trading information such as the traditional thing here where you look at time price, entry price, stop loss price, stop loss distance, when the stop loss orders are moved, and the trade outcome. And the final entry on the trade page will record anything impacting this trade within or without of your control. Within or out of your control, I should say. Okay, so looking over here, let's work off this sheet. This is exactly the same, but let's work off this. I can hold this down and show you as we go through. So first off, in the top here, you will enter in here the instrument you're trading. That might be a currency pair, US dollar, GBP, whatever currency you pair, or whatever instrument you're pairing. Now, in the psychological box here, it's basically a very quick system to fill out. It's a scoring system, okay? And you're just highlighting, are you in the right frame of mind to trade? Yes. Are you pattern trading? Yes or no? Am I chasing the market? Yes or no? Is anything bothering me? Yes or no? You know, you might think this is not important. This is vital information going forward. I'm going to show you how this comes together in a moment. Is anything bothering you? Am I okay to place the trade? Now, if you get I'm not saying you have to get all these ticked off before you can proceed and go on to the trade, but this is highlighting that you have something is not quite right. And this will come out later on. I'll show you when we get to that in a moment. So over here then in the next box, identified events. Is there accumulation going on? Have you spotted that? Manipulation, is that there? Has there been stop taking? Is a trend in long term? Is the trend a short term? So is it a long trend or is it short trend? So up or down trend basically. And this is quite an important area here. This is the physical sensations noted before, mid and post trade. Now, the type of thing here, when you start off with trading, you'll find that sometimes you can get butterflies in your stomach, you can get a nausea feeling, that sort of thing. These are sort of mental triggers that come along, they're involuntary actions. It is vital to record these because you will identify a pattern of these, and that will be very powerful going forward. And then we come down really to the actual trading. So you can see most of this already is really all about you and your frame of mind. It's only when we get down to here, because you're not going to even get to this stage if most of this isn't correct. So you just put in here your open price, your exit price. You should know where you're getting out of market. Like I always say, any fool can get into a market, but it takes a bit of skill knowing where to get out. Your initial stop, your stop distance, whether you bought or sold, your stop moved, and the result of this trade. And as you're going through this, you might find that you want to make notes about this trade, and you can analyse this later on in the review page. Time he was in, time was out, time in the trade, and the date. This is very important information. If you get this down and you get 10 of these down, what will happen is that when you get to along here, and I'll just go over to this page now. I should have put a marker in here for you so we could, or for me rather, so I could have stayed on that. So here we go. So over onto this page now. This is the 10 trade analysis page. So what was your total yes score, your total no score, your total undecided score, and the identified events? How many times did you, in these 10 trades, did you identify this? Did you note your physical sensations? And right here and now, a summary of your physical sensations over those previous 10 trades. And then right here, a summary of the notes regarding each trade. Again, you took those over the 10, put the summary into here. So your number of winning trades, your average times in trades, and notice again that your trading information is down here. This is the most important information that we want at this stage. And because this from here down is the outcome of everything that you will enter up over here. So number of winning trades, average time in your trades, number of lost trades, net result of trades. And most important lesson I learned to carry forward to my next 10 trades. Now, if you do this and fill this out religiously, you will have a remarkable success story evolving from your trading. Now, it really is as simple as that, but simple is not always easy. And what you'll find is that you will start off keeping your journal and you will get sidetracked. You won't do it, or you won't fill it out correctly. And what it is, this is the subconscious mind, is not too happy about you recording all this personal information. Let's say this revealing information about yourself. So it's vital that you push forward on this. You put a lot of effort into it, and I guarantee you, the more effort you put in this, the more reward you will receive. Now, like I say, you don't have to go off and buy this book. I suggest that you do. It's $20. I mean, you know, by the time you've photocopied and done a load of stuff, you can get one of these anyway. And you should only need one copy of this. By the time you get to the end of this book, if you treat this as your training Bible and you go through the end of this, get right through the end, and I will be talking to you about this during your training. So I will be chasing you up and I will be saying, okay, give me your analysis of your trading journal. Because what I can do for you at this point is, if you record this and you fill it out methodically, when we're having a conversation and talking about this and I'm giving you guidance, this is how I can do the greatest benefit of you. I can find out exactly where we need to be going with your training and what you need to be doing. Anyway, that's enough for this lesson. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will catch up with you soon on your very next training video. Take care. Have a great day.